Hey guys, today is day 4 of my 12-day vlog challenge, and I just got back from dinner with my parents, so I figured that now would be the best time to do it. Yep. So day 4 is, there's hair in my mouth. Day 4 is people I love and people who love me back. I have quite a few of them, so I want to get started. Personally, as for the who loves me back thing, there's a couple on here that I don't know if they do. There's a few on here that I know do, and there is one that I know who doesn't. So, it's okay. But anyways, I'm going to get started. First and foremost, my mom and my dad. If it weren't for them, I wouldn't be here. I owe them so much. They've always been there for me. They are the best parents I could ever dream of having. So yeah, I do love them. My brother, Vito, he is the light of my life, my best friend. I don't know what I would do without him to put a smile on my face. Next are my cousins, all of my cousins. I have so many of them that I'm not going to list them, but I don't think of them as my cousins. I grew up with them. I have had so much fun with them. My younger ones they are the light of my eye. I'm not even kidding. And my older ones have been my protector, because on both sides of my family, we have cousins that are born, it's like every year one of us was born, and I'm the youngest, and then there's a break, and then it's my brother. So none of my dad's and none of my mom's sisters and brothers had kids after me for about 4 years, and then my mom got pregnant with my brother. So it's all of my cousins, then me, then like a 4-year break, and then my brother. So my older ones have just been my protectors, and I love them to death. Next is my first best friend ever that I can remember. Her name is Kate. She was my next door neighbor in my old house in New York. I lived in the same house until I was 10, so we were best friends for about 10 years, and we still talk today. Quite a lot, actually. When I go up to New York to visit, I always go and see her. Next is Brianna. I don't know why I just said her name like that. Her name's Brianna. Why did I say Brianna? I don't know. I don't know. I'm an idiot. But yeah, she is my second best friend that I can remember. We met in Sunday school when we were little, and we talk almost every day now. Whenever I'm with her, we are the two biggest spazzes I have ever even fathomed. I don't know. We just do the craziest things. Next is my best friend, Caitlin, my web show friend. I don't really know what my camera just did, so hopefully it doesn't show up on YouTube like that, but it's just like, spazzed out. But yeah, Caitlin, my web show co-host. I love her. We are so alike, though, that it's kind of scary. Down to the day. We have the same birthday, except she's a year older. And, we live 4 houses down from each other. And we have this thing, though, where if we're together too much, we fight. If we're together, like, a perfect amount of time, we're okay. But if we're not together enough, then we fight. So, it's kind of like we have to be really careful how much we hang out with each other. Because, if we fight, we really fight. So, we just try and balance out how much time we see each other. Because we're way too much alike. Like, we hate the same things. We like the same things. We know exactly how to push each other's buttons. So we have to be careful with that, but she is one of my best friends. Next is Rachel. She is such a joy. I love her. I went to Europe with her, which is the best experience of my life, and I was so glad I was able to share that with her. And I'm so glad that I'm always there for her when she needs me, because she's had a rough couple years, so I'm glad that I could be there for her when she needs me. I just said that twice. Anyways, I keep losing what I'm saying. Next is Jordan. Toaster oven. I love you. She is my tall friend, even though she hates being tall, but I love her. We have the greatest driving adventures. She's just really, really fun to be around, and I love her. Next is Tyler. He switched schools a couple years ago, and he's going to be a dad soon, so I do love him, and I'm glad that I can be there for him in this time, because I know that he's really freaking out a little bit, so I know he's really getting nervous, and he has been one of my best friends. He's always been there for me. He has been like an older brother, and I'm really glad that he was there when I was having a hard time with my transition of New York to Florida. I didn't really have anybody, so I was really glad that he was there for me. Next is one of the most important men in my life, aside from my dad and my brother. His name is Matt, and he was such a good friend, and he died freshman year. He was a senior at the time. I knew him through my cousin, and he got into a car accident on picture day, freshman year, and my bus, I rode the bus at the time because I didn't drive, my bus was about 2 vehicles behind the car that he was in, and I heard it and I saw it, and it was the worst day of my life aside from 9/11. It was pretty darn close, but I miss him with all my heart. I think of him every day, and I love him to death. I can honestly say that I do. He has been such an inspiration to me. Him and his family, his mom is the strongest woman that I have ever met in my life, and his little brother is absolutely amazing. I miss him terribly every day. I keep saying but there's really nothing else I could say. Yeah, I love him. And finally, Jake. I met him in Europe with Rachel. He was in our little tour group, and we hit it off, I guess. The first few days we weren't really talking to each other, but once we did start talking, we were kind of just inseparable. Once we left, we spoke every single day for a little over a year. Then I actually went to visit him. We technically weren't together, but we liked each other, if that makes any sense. And we spoke to each other like we were together, so, but like we didn't have the term, I guess you'd say. I went to visit him. He lives in the Midwest, so it was quite a long distance thing, and that's the reason that we didn't like attach the term to it. Plus, we both had a lot on our plates. But I did go to visit him, and it was a nice weekend, I guess. And then I came home, and he started college, and I started my senior year. And it was just best that we didn't continue what we had, I guess, if that's the way I should put it. We still talk every so often, but I do still love him, and I'm glad that he's moved on, and I'm glad that I'm moving on. It's better. I don't want to be all like upset about it anymore. I was upset for about 3 months. I don't really know if that's like too long, but I mean, when I think about it, it's upsetting, but everything happens for a reason. I do truly believe that, so I'm okay. And I'm glad that I can say that, because it's a waste of time to just sulk and sob and just wallow. It's waste. But yeah, so he doesn't have to love me back. I know that he still cares somewhat, or else he would completely delete me from his life, so it's whatever. I'm just glad that I'm friends with him, as opposed to being nothing at all, so that's okay with me. But yeah, so I hope they all love me in some way. I know that some of them don't, some of them can't, and others have no choice because they see me all the time. I'm just kidding, there's a bug. That was really gross. But yeah, this actually, not that anybody cares, but this was a napkin full of stuff from Europe, little inside jokes. We filled it out in Italy while they were singing That's Amore to us while we were eating our pizza. But yeah, so those are the people that I love, and tomorrow is the best things about my town, which is probably going to be really short simply because I don't like my town. But yeah, so I hope you guys have a great night, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.